Hello and welcome fellow strategy gamers. I am Lucadim and today, after a short break, we're going to see the newest Hearts of Iron 4 DLC, Peace for Our Time. Today we're playing as Czechoslovakia and trying to defeat Germany as fast as possible. For those who don't know, HOI4 is a World War II strategy game with a questionable fanbase, but no matter. The newest DLC revamped Czechoslovakia, giving it a brand new national focus tree, mechanics and more. As you guys know, there is a myriad of ways to break and cheese this game, so that is why we're gonna have certain restraints and objectives to make this a special challenge. First, we are going to stay democratic, that is the most important. Second, we are not going to join any factions to get help, like the Allies. Third, we want to preserve the life of our soldiers, therefore we will meticulously manage our army and wage war with as few casualties as possible. Fourth and last, there is an optional objective, where we will try to defeat Germany before World War II even starts, as it did in real life. So, 1st of September 1939. In 1936, the Nazi Party had full control of Germany, with extremist policies and aggressive rhetoric inspired by Mussolini and his march on Rome. The Nazis have remilitarized the Rhineland, and some even say they are secretly increasing their army and looking to expand their territories, plunging the continent in another conflict. The French are cowering behind their walls, the so-called Maginot Line. Corrupt and divided, the French government is a mess. They will be of no help. The British aren't much better either. With their policies of appeasement, the parliament in London is yet to understand the threat that the Germans represent to world peace. Italy is focused on their colonial war against Ethiopia and their foolish ambitions of recreating the Roman Empire. The sleeping bear of Soviet Russia have yet to awake. Joseph Stalin, the Iron Dictator, is still dealing with internal issues. The Czechoslovak nation faces a divide between two people, Slovaks and Czechs. So it is our first order of business to unite all people and start preparations to deal with the Nazi menace. Democracy shall prevail, if not by the help of the great powers, then by the blood and sweat of our little entente. So okay guys, I'll be very honest with you, this is my first time actually playing the DLC, and I was looking at the focus tree to look at the democratic focus, and yeah, it is pretty fucking big. I also have found a very interesting focus regarding Hungary. Looking here at the right side of the focus, if we do the formalized little entente, we get the neutralized Hungarian threat, which gives us a casus belli against Hungary. And I think that's a pretty good idea, you know, because Germany will gobble up Austria in the Anschluss in 38, and later down the line, the Hungary will join the Axis, right? So our borders will be very big, we need so many troops, so I think that's a very good idea to actually go down this path and attack Hungary. Anyway, just doing the basic research, you guys all know some research speed, some construction speed, and I have noticed there is a guy called Tatinek. Daddy? Of course, we will be building military factories because we are going to war pretty early on. And looking at the Czechs' initial setup here, it's honestly pretty good. But I'm not so sure about building tanks. To be fair, they look pretty good. They have decent armor, they have decent hard attack, soft attack, but I am not that interested in building light tanks. I'll do something different, I think. Okay, so here we go. This will be our initial setup. We'll be building plenty of guns. Let's set up our army on the border of Hungary, you know guys, just as a greeting, nothing too serious. Our starting infantry template is pretty decent, I think. Starting with one line of artillery will save us a bunch of points, and honestly, despite the hate that the community have for line artillery in single player, I think it's pretty good. And I just noticed, the Czech language is so difficult that not even the game can understand it. After doing some focuses, we finally managed to neutralize the Hungarian threat. And yeah, it's only 35 days. Really good. Oh, I also have a air force, I just remembered. And there we go, we have our own faction, the Little Entente. But we are the only participants. We'll be fine, I'm sure. Okay, we got the focus to attack Hungary. I'll just wait a little bit because our units are still in training. You know, To attack the Hungarian planes you have to be prepared. Green bubbles all around, and yeah, I think this is going to go pretty well. Oh yeah, I have an Air Force, I just remembered again. Well, with a little bit of micro here and there, this war is going to be pretty easy. Because of the Treaty of Trianon debuff, the Hungarians have very few manpower on the field, so yeah. Okay, after doing quick work of the Hungarians, we could take everything for ourselves, but you know, we are a democratic nation. We are the bastions of free Europe, so instead, what we're gonna do is to puppet them, take their resources and their industry. Much better. Our production lines are looking pretty fine, I will say. Oh, I think the initial setup is done, so we're gonna just focus a little bit on our industry and the build-up for when the Germans come. Okay, we are in 1937 and I just noticed that we have this Skoda Priority in the focus tree, a brand new mechanic. It is just a little bit confusing, but we will manage. Well, apparently you can focus on exactly the type of equipment you want to build. That may be artillery, tanks, motorized or infantry equipment. Of course, I'm gonna choose infantry equipment. And we took the final decision to heal the divide between Czechs and the Slovaks. That will be very helpful. Our stability now is actually good. When it comes to military doctrine, many may think, oh, he's gonna take defensive postures, he's playing Czechoslovakia, entrenchment, blah blah. No! The best offense is... the best defense is offense, right? We just have a little problem, manpower. Because we are playing a democratic nation, so I will be forced to do some focuses to help on that front. And help on that front it is, because we already have 36 divisions on the field, the defenders of Europe. Oh, and I just noticed we have a bunch of light tanks lying around. We're certainly not gonna use them. I think it's good for us to sell them at the cheapest price, whatever. Some stupid country gonna buy them. I don't know, like the French. Look at this Czech armor train. It's so cute. You know what's also beautiful? We have this incredible 80% buff to the construction of military factories. What the hell, Paradox? Our second military doctrine will be fire concentration. Just as I said, the best defense is offense. I just noticed that I unlocked the focus to start building the forts in the Czechoslovakian border with Germany, but I did it a little bit late. I'm a bit concerned. But we'll do, of course, the Sudetenland one. It is the most important. 1938 has come, and I think I have the final template for the defenders of Europe. It will be 3x3 infantry and 3 battalions of artillery. We just have a little problem. We are in a deficit and we will need a lot, and I mean a lot of artillery. We will certainly add some recon rangers as well, because our first push in Silesia is covered with hills. It will be of great help. Okay, the focus to give forts in the Sudetenland leave 2 tiles with gaps. One in southern Slovakia that we will build up, and another in the province of Techinsko. After the forts are done, we are also looking to build some static anti-air, because in the latest patches, Paradox have buffed cast damage, so I'm a little bit worried about the Luftwaffe. More artillery. Oh, crisis of confidence. We received a decision to change our Prime Minister, one that is more focused on war and mobilization. Say no more. And that is it, guys. The Germans are finally justifying on us. The fun is over. Let us set up the front line, and I will also yoink the Hungarian divisions, because I will not be calling them into the war. You're not gonna need them. I'll be honest with you, I'm a little bit worried. The stats though are looking good. For some reason Romania want to join our faction, the Little Entente. Well, they would try to join the Axis later, so for sure I will accept. One less enemy to worry about. And yeah, the Germans are bombing us pretty heavily. That is why, guys, you go dispersed industry. We're gonna set up the front line for that sweet planning bonus. I think the worst have passed, so I will change our field marshal that is defensive to a more offensive focused one. Now that the front line have stabilized, I think I'll attack the region of Silesia. Not only is not very well defended, but also has some really good resources for us, and an opportunity for us to encircle German units. The first operation to encircle Silesia has been a soundful success. We just have to kill the stragglers here as quickly as possible. This will help us a lot. Not only will we shorten the front line and kill a bunch of German divisions, we will receive some precious resources like steel. Yeah guys, remember the third rule of our challenge? Well, the casualty aspect is going pretty well so far. Now that we already conquered part of Silesia, I'm looking down into Austria. I think there is a great opportunity for yet another encirclement. But before we do that, I think there is another opportunity for an encirclement here on Silesia, and it will open the gates to Pomerania. And the second Silesian encirclement is a success. Please fill the gaps. Alrighty. Then it's another success for the Czechoslovak army. Look at these casualty ratios. Now that our northern borders are secured, I think it is time that we go to Austria. The region is well defended and they have a bunch of German divisions. More opportunities for more encirclements. Well, the German AI has left the northern flank pretty exposed. Pomerania is pretty much open. Yes, I will take advantage of that, thank you. Oh Jesus Christ, fighting in mountains without supply, oh god. Sadly gonna lose a lot of men for this. But it will be worth it in the end. Time for another doctrine, now operations, and you guys know me, offense, offense, offense. Now with our northern and southern flanks secured, we're gonna do a reorganization of our front line. We're gonna put our allies and defensive units in the center. Meanwhile, the defenders of Europe will attack the north and envelop the whole German army. The government in Berlin asked for this. We have no time left to spare, as the Germans would say, totale Kriege. Well, would you look at that? By 23rd of April 1939, the German government has surrendered. What is left of it anyway? Okay, so this is the peace deal, and this should not be our final borders, this is too messy. Forgive me, but Poland and Denmark weren't part of the war, so I will use console commands to fix these borders. So in the end, we managed to fulfill all 4 objectives that we set up in the start of the video. If you look at the records here, you guys can see the casualties that we had and the German ones. So there is it, peace in Europe is achieved, thanks to the people of Czechoslovakia. Thanks everyone for reaching this far, and if you liked the video, please hit the like button and subscribe. I promise I will try to post more.